Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Cam Newton and the Baltimore Ravens versus Cole McDonald and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by a late signee this year, their 31-year-old quarterback. It's Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile. That's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Down at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ingram going to get it on the option. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Newton. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Newton. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, the rookie 7th-round pick from Hawaii. It's Cole McDonald.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's third down.
To throw on third down. McDonald, that'll be caught. Rager with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got fourth and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
3, Ravens nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore is set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
27 yards there, a first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll buy some time right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 32.
On 1st and 10, Newton. They go screen. This is Ingram. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And Pascal's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Newton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Oshesky on the return.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. McDonald sets to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Geis. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw it, McDonald. And quickly finding Rager. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Panther first down.
From the gun, it's McDonald. He dumps this off underneath to Gore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Denzel Mims, the rookie, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Now a delayed give to Gore. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's McDonald to throw. They go with the screen to Gore. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
7, Panthers 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
41-yard. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton.
The 29-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run the option. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Stepping up, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Richie James on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Newton. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, open man is Howard, the tight end.
Howard. That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Newton again. He'll run it. And some room to roam now. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Baltimore Ravens. First down and goal to go.
Operating from the gun, Newton. There's CeeDee Lamb, his first NFL catch.
Touchdown, Ravens.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Zerline lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the three-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, McDonald. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Colin Saunders. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On third down, McDonald, and he's going to go down again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's James. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. On the option, here's Newton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ingram again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Newton on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Score, Ravens 17, Panthers 13.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McDonald. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Complete to Van Jefferson.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
And inches.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point in the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Christian Fulton.
Throwing again. Newton. That's caught by Howard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
An option run with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
13.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's the backup Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to push with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Zach Moss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
On the option, they'll hand it to Moss. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 16-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Mariota on the keeper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try to throw now. Mariota being chased out left. And now he's going to use his left. And, oh, no, he lost the football. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now James returning. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again, Perkins. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Third down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Perkins. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
A gain of 13.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Perkins. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
On the keeper. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st and 10. Perkins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Perkins. He'll try and run it. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Panthers 16.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now here come the Ravens. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw left side complete. That's James. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Mariota going to run on the option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. From the gun, Perkins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
Perkins pass.
11 yards and a Panther first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. From the gun, Perkins. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A 2nd and 5.
A throw caught by Kumaro. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And it's caught. And the Panthers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. He's back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
On the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That's a nice, explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Morris. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Throwing is Perkins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Wara on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
Mariota on the keeper. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
He's going to keep this again. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
What can Mariota do in the OT? They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
At the 4-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Deion Kane, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90? And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.